Oh well, it is time to once again rank up with the Entrati Syndicate. We got what we need. Well, I got that. You weren't here, but I got that. Here we go.
My son will no doubt complain to you.
Rude.
He thinks I was too strict with him. Perhaps I was.
Time to learn another family member's name. This is time for mother. The only ones we have left are mother and grandmother. And I think grandmother is probably the last one. I don't know. So maybe it's time to learn the name of mother. Guess we'll find out.
Let us speak then. Perhaps as equals.
Ah, neat. So we can get like the blueprints for the mutagens and antigens, and the mods. One of the mods for the prime weapons. Plus 240% viral for Akabronco Prime, which is just good. The Axilero Prime ammo efficiency while airborne. It's interesting. Not sure it's like super good, but it's interesting. And then these two, which are probably the good ones. The Paris one, restore health for status effects and plus 90% status chance. And this one, which I am actually quite interested in trying out to see what you can do with it. Soma Prime. Each hit increases crit chance by 1.2%. So if you can like, since it resets upon reloading, if you can just increase the ammo efficiency and just increase the maximum ammo, like what kind of damage numbers can you like reach with this? Could find out. That sounds fun.
Do you remember when I first bred infested? How we played with them for hours.
Bred them?
What you did with those things was a deliberate insult.
I'm sorry you don't appreciate my sense of humor. But I did make you happy, didn't I? When you killed them.
Wait. Is that why you did it?
Vilcor, my sweet sire. What good is a weapons expert without something to kill?
God, the Orokin are so messed up. Okay, so we actually didn't get the name of anyone. Fascinating. Does that mean that we don't get the name of grandmother? So mother is the last one, I guess? Because there is only one more rank up. To family.
I am open to dialogue.
Interesting. I need a goddamn Seriglass shard for that. I've already gotten 2 of them. Just for the Trumna and the secondary. Which I'm currently building. Definitely want to try that one out. It looks really cool. Damn, man. So we gotta get another one. And that requires 20. 20. Ooh. Now I've already spent a bunch of tokens to buy Seriglass shards. Like, getting to the standing limit here is not going to be the problem. Getting another Seriglass shard is it's going to be a bit rougher.
Deimos is unfolding before us like a puzzle box. I must have more samples.
Yes. So now, I want to know how much standing we need for these final antigens and mutagens. 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, and 6,000. Gotcha. And we need those. Because we need to craft more mutated babies. Okay. Fine. How many mother tokens do I have? I do not have enough mother tokens. Jesus, look at this. Look at this pathetic amount of standing.
Thank you, dear. Very kind.
That is atrocious. And I'm not gonna trade off like Otak tokens or Sunfather. I'm gonna need those for I'm gonna need those for the Seriglass shard. Welp. That just means I have to run more bounties, don't I?
You are here to assist.
Oh, I got a forma. So what we got? Core samples. Does anything give blood rush right now? Because I don't have a blood rush, people. This is the one that normally, or the one that can give blood rush. Currently it does not give blood rush. Sad. And this one, Weeping Wounds, got that one already. So apparently they fixed the drop rates now. Apparently now Scintillant is supposed to be a common drop on this level.
This moon requires
We can do that one.
mind and a firm hand.
I still also have to level up my Necramech some more.
Gain a proper understanding of the infestation of
Once
Deimos
you
in order to protect
get to
the
rank
heart.
10
Lloyd will
with your
instruct
Necramech,
on how to procure
you will
geological core
unlock a
samples
new
in
weapon.
relevant
Kind of
areas.
like, you know, how exalted
This would be a
weapons.
great
You don't
help
see them in your arsenal until you're level 10, so that you know, can use the ability. Same thing here. So I got a new sort of heavy weapon thing for the Necramech that only comes out when I activate my number 4 ability. And I go into sort of turret mode. If you played Overwatch, it's like Bastion. It's like Bastion in Overwatch. You're forced to remain stationary, but you pull out your big gun. Which I'm sort of interested in trying out some more. I'm also currently testing using Molt on this Equinox. I'm trying like a bunch of different abilities to see what works best. Molt is pretty good as far as defensive abilities go. Wait, Latrox Un is taking damage. Why is no one protecting Latrox? Answer me. I shall protect Latrox. Jesus. So yeah, I have pumped in a bunch of Forma into this Trumna. And it gets the job done, people. It really does. I've also tried running with like Arcane Acceleration to increase the fire rate even more. Also works pretty well. Not super needed. Not super needed, but it's kind of cool. Alright, so here's what we gotta do. We gotta become the Necramech. What's this on the map? What are these? What's that? I haven't noticed those before on the map. Sorry guys, sorry for abandoning the bounty for a second. I just need to know what that is. Pylon. Oh, is that just someone else in the team who's just put out these little pins? Alright. Oh, good for them, I guess. Yes, people, do the pylons. You get rare resources from doing the pylons.
Enough to keep the Entrati happy. Give them here.
Now, I am so lazy right now, I haven't even activated my abilities. God.
Here we go. Curses. Oh, I hate it here. Hate it. I would give anything to get off this forsaken rock.
Don't worry, Latrox. You'll get off soon. I will help you get off, Latrox. I think that's what he meant. Alright. Now, the alt fire on this thing is stupid, but it's not... I missed. It's not as stupid as it is when you like sort of try to use it in the simulacrum. Like a lot of content creators just do that, unfortunately. They just go into the simulacrum to just test weapons in sort of optimal conditions. And it's not always like, you know, super indicative of how the weapon performs in real life. Because enemies won't just sort of just stand and wait and be packed together in a small little cluster where you can hit everything at the same time. But like, you know, if it's just about sort of like testing the numbers to see how like, oh, if I subsume this ability and combine it with this ability, like what are the actual damage numbers? And just do the math. For that reason, the simulacrum is great. But when it's just a sort of test for like, this weapon is going to be viable or whatnot, or this combination of things and things, you won't really know. You won't really know until you actually get out there in the field and test it in a live situation. Like so many things in life.
We are now ready to begin the bait infusion.
That was fast.
Vessel to proceed. This will lure
Now, a lot of people play this wrong. They don't understand that you have to wait for enemies to get inside the perimeter before you kill them.
You got a bounty infested near the jug, or we'll get nowhere.
See? Like this guy. He's just shooting these guys while they're outside of the perimeter. And he's not even listening to Lloyd. Lloyd is telling him, like, hey, dude, stop it. Stop being this way. Well, maybe he did listen. Maybe he did listen. But this is one of the more frustrating bounties just from so many people just not paying attention to the instructions. And if you don't, then it's just like, oh, you see enemies, you shoot enemies. It's quite simple. That is how you play Warframe.
You got a bounty infested near the jug, or we'll get nowhere.
I am bopping them. I'm bopping as hard as I
The
can.
main event has arrived. Here's your chance. Kill the target.
Yes.
Target eliminated. Congratulations on a job well done. Taking down the Apex alone would have been sufficient. Just had to prove yourself. Based on
I love Lloyd.
samples, I have located the best place to get the final set. Proceed to the excavators.
So this is a pretty good spot to test out the Necramech. I won't be able to help with the excavators, unfortunately. But there are so many of these enemies that drop energy jugs, so I think my team is gonna be fine anyway. So let's just do it. Necramech summon. Yeah! It's me, the Necramech. Hello! Still cool. The Mausolon is still rad. Jesus. It's not even fair. Now, let's see if we can find a spot where we can go into number 4 mode. Like maybe here? Oh, yeah, I can see things pretty good from here. Huh. Here we go. Ooh. Fish. Yeah. So this is kind of like a mortar gun kind of thing. Shoots like a mortar thing. Don't have to aim very, you know. Don't have to pay all that much attention to what you're aiming at because, hey, as long as you're aiming somewhat close to where the enemy is, they will cease to exist.
Mining sequence complete.
Thank you, Lloyd. Now, gotta eat all of this juice, all of these resources. Tasty. Okay. Now I gotta help my team. Woo! Oh, these are like necro spawns. Gotcha.
An excavator reports. Mining sequence complete.
Man, sometimes on Deimos, it's like kind of hard to tell friend from foe or just what's going on. Wow! The Mausolon is bonkers. And now I've charged up the alt fire on this thing. Which means these guys are gone. I should use that more often. Hey, my energy is back, so here we go. It is I, Turretman. So this is just like I have infinite ammo. I have infinite ammo. It's just a question of like being in this mode drains energy. But so long I am in this mode, I can just make things disappear. Ooh. Yeah. This is it's pretty goddamn ridiculous. The Archabex, that's what it's called. Wow, wow, wow. Can I hit anything from here? I don't think so. Anyway. There are things here to hit. Now this is a low-level bounty, but like I have tried this on the high-level bounties as well. It's no difference in results, people.
An excavator reports.
No
Mining
difference.
sequence complete.
This thing is insane.
That's a digger finished digging. All the diggers got through digging. That's great.
I'm told you have extracted a set of core samples. Good work, Tenno. I believe we're done here.
Thank you, Mother. Now, I did not see any scintillant there. Maybe I'm just blind? Maybe I'm just blind, but I didn't see any. And like, I've tried to run this level 2 bounty or tier 2 bounty a couple of times since the announced change to the drop rates. So, since they said that scintillant is now supposed to be an attainable resource from the tier 2 bounty, I've run it maybe, I don't know, 6 times or so. And so far, as far as I can see, I've not gotten a single scintillant from it. So, I don't know. I don't know about them drop rates, man. I don't know if it's as fixed as they claim it is. Because I still ain't seeing no scintillant. I'm just saying, I'm still not seeing any. They say that it's supposed to drop. I'm not sure it does. I'm not sure it's dropping.
I shall bid you farewell.
Alright. Necramech.
Yes, there are bounties. If you have the interest, so be it. Let's see what you're made of.
Actually.
The infestation
Actually.
has covered them now, but there are key installations on Deimos that could still serve us well. Locating and securing one of these places will help the reclamation.
So I'm just gonna enter and exit. I'm gonna enter and exit. And the reason for that is because I want to try out. I want to try it out in Steel Path. That could be fun. I also like just the Trumna. Super Steel Path viable. Super Steel Path viable.
Of old, there was an
No,
base
I want to.
installation in this region. See if you can.
Damn it.
Are you gonna look for the old base near here? I'd
Hmm.
love to see it again.
Yeah.
Oh, hey! There's a cache nearby. Maybe see if you can open it. We could use the
There is
resources
people who are
inside
putting
to
out
fix the
pylons.
base.
No. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. Leave. Why? I just wanna... Guys. Okay. Homies. I'm trying to get back to Necrolisk. Come on, guys. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
The
I'm just trying to
infestation's
leave.
got that box gripped tight. Blast that sucker.
Come on. This is the weirdest stuff ever. I don't know. You know what? Fine. Let's do it this way. Like in the other open worlds, in the Orb Vallis and in the Plains of Eidolon, you can just do that. Oof. Oof. Ooh, it struggled. It struggled, but it made it.
You are here, I do appreciate one who is not afraid of a little work.
Indeed. So, Steel Path.
Unsurprisingly, you are not our only guest.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Currently, my Equinox is struggling in Steel Path. It's struggling. I'm trying to figure out like the optimal sort of ability combinations with the Helminth to sort of make it more Steel Path viable. I don't know if I'm supposed to go offense or defense, because like he's obviously very squishy, but hey, the best defense is a good offense, as they say. So if you can just kill enemies fast enough, that's usually not a problem. So I could go both directions. I've been trying stuff with like Breach Surge. It's okay, but it's been underperforming. I've been trying some stuff with Empower. It's... I don't know. Maybe a defensive ability is the way to go. Maybe that's better. In that case, I'm thinking Pillage. I'm thinking Pillage might work because it lets me rebuild shields. At the same time, it lets me armor strip, which is nice because enemies that have like massive amounts of armor is actually sort of what Equinox is struggling against the most. His number 4 ability, or her number 4 ability, the Maim. What's important to know about that is that it's slash damage, so it completely ignores shields. So Corpus are just not a problem. And Infested in general are just pretty squishy. Infested in general don't have the survivability. Even like on level 100, even on Steel Path and stuff, Infested are usually not a problem. It's just Grunier. Grunier and their stupid armor that can be a bit hard to get through. So if I do Pillage, I can rebuild my shields and armor strip at the same time. And I feel like that could be good. I feel like that could be viable. However, I have not been able to try that out yet. Because in order to try that out, I got oh, that's nice. I gotta farm another Hildren, which means I gotta run Exploiter Orb a couple of times. Until I get the all 3 parts. Which is fine. Exploiter Orb is actually not bad. It's a pretty fun boss fight. I don't mind running it. It's just that it takes a little while. There's no real way of like speeding up that boss fight. Take a boss fight like just, you know, I don't know. Say Prophet Taker, for example. Depending on if you know what you're doing with Prophet Taker, you can have it done in no time. So like, the difference between someone who knows what they're doing and someone who doesn't know what they're doing on Prophet Taker can be about 20 minutes. The difference between someone who knows what they're doing and who doesn't know what they're doing with Exploiter Orb is far less of a difference, because Exploiter Orb is gonna take the time it's gonna take. Wow, these Genetrics are very hard to destroy on Steel Path. Level 100 Genetrics got a health bar on him. Oh yeah, he got a health bar on him. Well, I'm not supposed to kill him anyway because he's outside of the aura. Or I'm just gonna wait for him to get inside the perimeter. These guys don't get it. Actually, it's fine with the Jugulus because these guys don't move anyway. They're just gonna stand here on the outside and just hammer us with their stupid radial attacks. Or not radial, just long distance attacks. Might as well make things a bit easier on ourselves. Take those guys out. That's fine. Did they destroy my Necramech? How rude. Very rude. So is it like a delay? Yeah, we gotta wait 4 minutes until I can summon it again. People think like rage isn't good for anything because it makes the enemies run faster. So, if I can give them like if I can make them take 80% more damage from my stuff, then yeah, sure, let him run a bit faster. Ooh, these guys are chunky. These guys have some chunky health bars. So Molt is pretty nice. Molt is pretty nice for getting out of sticky situations. I didn't click the Molt button. I should have.
Target eliminated.
Oh, okay, that wasn't a normal enemy. That was that was the assassination target. Well,
Exterminated both the alpha specimen and its mother.
that explains why he was so chunky.
But impressive. Is the next step
All right.
by any chance saving me?
Everyone's dying right now. Aw, poor guy.
You must locate me.
Hey, that's not a Predacite.
Purify
That's a helmet charger. Didn't know people even use those. Oh, come on, man.
Trying to pick up my trail.
Ah, okay.
We call this a purifier. Once powered up, it establishes a harmonic with local fauna in order to extract data.
Well, for this one,
Mr. Scratchy
Ah.
pays us a visit and plays
we're not gonna use the Necramech because it's not fast enough.
working.
We gotta pick up some flowers, people. You know how this works. Oh no! No, they kept on feeding it. They don't know that they're supposed to stop feeding it. Don't feed it so much, man. Oh. Don't feed it too much. Gotta wait for us to pick the stuff up. Then you can feed it again. Whew. Ah, too late on that one. Okay. I think we're gonna be fine. Man. I don't know. Like, I'm trying out the Trumna here. There are limits to what you can do with it or not. Because I've put like 7 forma in this thing. Like, basically the only thing I'm missing with the Trumna is a Riven mod.
Operation completed, and
I don't have
samples
that.
gathered. This data is excellent.
My star. Those chimeric monstrosities
But I know how to mod a weapon.
never provided the remotest chance of disrupting.
And this thing,
You're terrifying. Well, come
eh.
save me.
The damage output isn't really where it needs to be. Maybe if I had like an arcane acceleration on it, or like on me,
Stumble on some sort of nest.
and
More infested showing up out there. Guard yourself, Tenno.
I run a wisp or something to increase the fire rate even more. I don't know.
Okay, Chip?
Other than that, it's like that's not the damage numbers I want to see.
More coming.
I want to see bigger numbers. Because if I just switch over to my Athodai, my secondary, let's compare these damage numbers. Well, if I can just find an enemy to shoot. Here, enemies. Come on, enemies. I need to find an enemy to shoot. Ah, here's some enemies. Okay, normal fire doesn't even, you know, scratch them. Alt fire.
Signal singing the same song as our victim.
Ow.
Careful now.
Also didn't really scratch them. Okay, understood. Welp. But that's the problem with these guys in particular. The Jugulus or whatever. They have, again, which is Equinox's problem, they have ridiculous armor. They have ridiculous armor, which is only exacerbated by the armor bonuses that enemies get in the Steel Path.
There's nothing left of who they once were.
And Equinox, as it is, with his just normal skill set, why don't I say his now? With her normal skill set, she doesn't have a way to strip armor. So enemies that have like these huge armor values, it's tricky. It's tricky to get around that. Like, eh. So if I can just put pillage on Equinox, maybe that could work. We'll see. We'll find out. Obviously can't use the augment because augment works together with another Hildren ability, so it's not going to do anything for me. But I'm probably just looking at using the unaugmented version anyway. It's probably going to be fine. I've tried other survivability tools as well. I've tried like running Elemental Ward on Equinox. Didn't feel impactful enough. Didn't feel like that it increased my survivability like enough for it to be worth that to run that one. I don't know. I could probably juggle around some more with it because there are a couple of different versions of it. You can go for like heat damage or like a heat build, which gives you more health. Cold give you more armor. And which one is it? Is it electricity that gives you more shields. But there's a problem here, specifically with Equinox, which is Equinox is already sort of like just if you start in day form or night form, is already sort of dependent on your energy color. So unfortunately, you can't choose whichever one you want with Elemental Ward. I think you're limited to like electricity or cold, I think, if you want to start in day form. I might be wrong, but I think those are the ones. And if you want to start in night form, then you have heat and toxin as your available ones. I think that's how it is. Which, you know, limits the usability somewhat. Somewhat limited in what you can do with an Elemental Ward. I'm not even looking at this. I have no idea what I'm shooting at. But that's okay. I'm standing close to Latrox Un, somewhat. And I'm just shooting at things. Yeah. I'm out of energy. That means I must once again skedaddle. Oh yeah, Necramech, Steel Path viable. The Mausolon, Steel Path viable. I point at thing, I shoot the gun, thing stops existing. Now, that thing, still a problem. Let's look at how much I dent it with the alt-fire. I did not dent it very much. Yeah, so I think like actually taking out the genetics is not really viable. You're not gonna be able to do it. Not on Steel Path. I probably could if you have like the right setup of things. I don't know. The right damage types to deal with them. I can't. Not with this. God. But look at these jugulars. I am actually denting them with the Mausolon. Because the Mausolon is a ridiculous weapon. I like ridiculous weapons. I'm happy about them. Makes me feel good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what it's supposed to feel like. Man, I'm gonna say they knocked it out of the park with these Necramechs. They are super worth using. Now, obviously, you can only use them in the open worlds. But for that, you know, for the boss fights, for the Eidolons, the Prophet Takers, stuff like that, it's... Come on, man. Thank you. He was shooting Latrox Oon. Do not appreciate that. Like, I can see anyone just sort of having such... ooh, nice hit. Such an easier time dealing with, like, Prophet Takers, stuff like that. If you can just run around with your Necramech. Because, hey, guess what? This guy has a lot of health. A lot of armor. A lot of shields. It takes a while to take down a Necramech. Even here, because this is Steel Path. This is big Steel Path bounty. With big, big, big boy enemies. So if I do like the mine thing here, is this any good? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Chucking out those proximity mines? That did a trick. That did a lot of damage. Hello! Gotta protect my buddy Latrox Oon. You know, from whoever is trying to mess with him. Where are my enemies at? Not here. Hehehe. We are green across the board.
Congratulations, Tenno. As I said,
Ka-ching!
Oon has his uses. The sample data he just sent, for example, is acceptable.
Nice. Whee! That's a lot of mother tokens. So, how many tokens are we getting? Let's find out, people. Woo! Woo! Okay. Most likely enough mother tokens to clean out my daily standing, at least. I know, like, Steel Path bounties is like the best way to just collect mother tokens. We got as many as 138 mother tokens. Very happy about that. Whoop. Hello, grandmother. Just gotta leave the team.
Shall we?
Okay, yeah. No. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's enough. It's all I can get right now.
Thank you, dear. Very kind.
Indeed. But I still need a daughter, no. Sometimes, when you can just find one for just 10 mother tokens, that's the best feeling in the world.
Later. Scurry back quick. Skippity hop.
Skippity hop. That's the best. You can do that. But now, we have enough standing at 29 to get the blueprints for the mutagens and antigens that we are missing. Which is great! Because now that we can make all of them, we have, you know, what's most important, we have all of the cosmetic options. We can design them to look the way we want them to look, which is all I really care about. Now we have purchased everything from Sun except for the Cambion Drift Scene, which is 130,000 standing. Great. Okay. But you know, you don't have to sort of do conservation for that. You can just trade in mother tokens all day long for standing and then just go and buy it from him. So now, for example, now I had to spend 2 of my things to level up. But now, for example, if I wanted like a Pharaoh Predacite, for example. I'll just pick whatever here. I'll just pick whatever. Okay, so we got Pharaoh. Ooh, he's got them long cheek tentacles. That's nice. Now we can actually make him look the way we want him to look. We can give him the horn, the jiggly bits, the nothing, or the neck bits. But I think I do want the horn on this guy. I think that's gonna look cool.
Very well.
And then for his back, let's see. We can get the scale tail, the normal tail, the flibbity floopy tail, I guess, and the exoskeleton, which is the one I want. So I have to craft this. I have to craft this mutagen because that is what I want for my guy.
Bye
Okay.
for now, you shiny
Yeah.
thing.
So we are one step closer to cleaning out this place. I am interested in seeing sort of like the lore things, because we know that when you reach max rank in Fortuna, you get access to a new syndicate and new quests and stuff like that. I'm interested in knowing if it's gonna be the same here. If we are gonna, let's see. I'm gonna wait to see if I can just get the new ones that I got just now. Here, what's this one take? Yeah, they all take like tubercular gill systems, which is kind of like rough to hunt for, but just fish. Go fish in caves, throw in some residue, fish for stuff in caves, you get tubercular gill systems. It's gonna be fine, people. So, that's the antigen. Now I don't remember. Goddamn, I don't remember. And I only have enough tubercular gill systems to craft 2 out of these things. So, was it the Zarim mutagen? The Pijar mutagen?
The intelligence profiles of
The Monachod
Error not
mutagen?
a
God
number.
damn it.
Did the operator enjoy this
Don't
mix
think
of-
it was Zarim. So it's probably one of these two. Okay, let's go for that. Oh no, not enough Vohm residue. God damn it. It's always something. It's always something. I'm just gonna go dive back down into Deimos. Keep on harvesting them resources. Damn you. God, it looks so cool. See it? It's a skull. It's a human skull. The planet now looks like a human skull. Hey, wanna see something wacky?
Has completed a blueprint.
What you can do is do like a mission on Mars, so that you're stationed outside of Mars instead. Because now we're like at Deimos in the star chart, so we see Deimos, which is what it looks like now. But if you were instead not orbiting Deimos, but instead orbiting Mars, it uses like an older image. So then you'll see the planet, and then you'll just see
Foundry items
Phobos and Deimos as just 2 normal orbs, just 2 normal planets. They should probably update that, I'm just saying. Anyway, back to the grind.